Hello and welcome to our insightful discussion on mastering success, 10 habits holding you back. In today's fast-paced world, the road to success is often paved with our habits. Yes, you heard it right, habits. They're not just the small routines we carry out daily, but also the cornerstone of our productivity, efficiency, and overall success. Today, we're going to talk about 10 such habits that might be holding you back, even without you realizing it. These habits range from multitasking and procrastination to neglecting self-care and constantly checking social media. We'll also delve into the pitfalls of perfectionism, avoiding difficult tasks, not setting priorities, failing to delegate or ask for help, and ignoring the power of small steps. Each of these habits can subtly sabotage your success if left unchecked. But don't worry, we're here to help you identify, understand, and overcome them. So, buckle up and stay tuned as we dive into each habit and how you can overcome them. The first habit that could be holding you back is multitasking. Many of us believe that doing multiple things at once is a sign of productivity. But science tells a different story. Our brains aren't wired for multitasking. When we try to juggle multiple tasks, we're not actually doing them simultaneously, but rather switching back and forth between them. This constant shifting leads to mistakes and reduces the quality of our work. Instead of spreading ourselves thin, we should focus on one task at a time, giving it our full attention. This approach benefits our productivity and the quality of our output. Remember, doing one thing at a time is the key to improved productivity. Next up, we have procrastination, a common adversary of productivity. Procrastination is simply the act of delaying or postponing tasks, often leading to a buildup of work, stress, and overall inefficiency. We all have been guilty of this at some point, haven't we? It often stems from emotional factors like fear of failure, perfectionism, or lack of motivation. Now, let's talk about the long-term consequences of habitual procrastination. It can lead to missed opportunities, chronic dissatisfaction, and even health issues due to stress and anxiety. Quite the hefty price to pay for a few more minutes of comfort, don't you think? But worry not. There are strategies to overcome this habit. Start by breaking down tasks into manageable parts, adopt a positive mindset, and most importantly, practice self-compassion. Remember, it's okay to have off days, but don't let them become your norm. Don't wait for tomorrow, start today. Moving on, the third habit is neglecting self-care. You might be thinking, I'm too busy for self-care, there's too much on my plate. But here's the thing, self-care is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's the fuel that keeps your engine running. Without it, you're setting yourself up for burnout, decreased productivity, and even health issues. When we neglect self-care, we're not at our best. We're less focused, less efficient, and less creative. It's like trying to drive a car with no gas. We might push it forward, but eventually, it's going to stall. So what can we do about it? Start with small, attainable goals. Get enough sleep, eat healthily, take regular breaks, exercise, and make time for things you enjoy. These simple steps can make a world of difference in your physical and mental well-being. Remember, it's not selfish to prioritize your needs. It's essential for long-term success. Your well-being is a priority. Never compromise on self-care. The fourth habit is living in the past or future. We've all been there, dwelling on past mistakes or fretting about future uncertainties. This habit can be not just unproductive, but downright destructive. It distracts us from the task at hand and can lead to anxiety and depression. The past is a place of reference, not residence, and the future is never as we imagine it. The solution? Mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of bringing your attention to the present moment. It's about acknowledging your feelings without judgment and focusing on the here and now. By practicing mindfulness, you can reduce stress, improve focus, and boost your overall productivity. There are many ways to incorporate mindfulness into your daily routine. You can start with simple techniques such as mindful breathing, paying attention to your senses, or even mindful eating. Remember, the present moment is where life happens. Don't let the past or future rob you of the joy and potential of now. The fifth habit is the constant checking of social media. It's a fact that the average person spends around 2 hours on social media every day. That's an equivalent of 1 month per year. Social media, although entertaining, can be a black hole of productivity. Its addictive nature stems from the instant gratification it provides, with likes, comments, and shares feeding our need for social validation. But this constant digital socializing can distract us from our goals and hinder our progress toward success. So how can we manage this? First, become aware of your usage. Many smartphones now have built-in features that track your screen time. Second, set specific times for social media checks, perhaps once in the morning and once in the evening. Lastly, take regular digital detoxes. This means setting aside time where you disconnect entirely from digital devices. Remember, it's about balance. Use social media, don't let it use you. Next, we have perfectionism. Now, perfectionism can be a tricky habit. On the surface, it might seem like a good thing, striving for the absolute best, right? Well, not so much. The reality is, perfectionism often acts as a roadblock to progress. It keeps us stuck in a cycle of constant refinement, never truly satisfied with our results. The downside of perfectionism lies in its effect on progress. It can lead to delays, missed opportunities, and increased stress. Instead of moving forward, we find ourselves trapped in an endless loop of just one more tweak. This not only hampers our productivity, but also saps our motivation and joy. So, what's the solution? Embrace progress over perfection. It's about taking consistent steps towards your goals, even if they aren't perfect. Remember, it's better to take imperfect action than to take no action at all because of the fear of not being perfect. Progress, not perfection, leads to success. The eighth habit is avoiding difficult tasks. We've all been there, haven't we? Those tough tasks that seem daunting, which we'd rather put off till later. But here's the thing, avoiding challenging tasks can significantly hinder our productivity. It's like carrying a heavy backpack that just gets heavier with time. The more we delay, the more the task looms over us, taking up our mental energy and causing unnecessary stress. On the flip side, confronting these tasks head-on can be incredibly liberating. It's like finally taking off that heavy backpack. Not only does it free up our mind, but it also boosts our confidence as we prove to ourselves that we can tackle anything that comes our way. So how do we go about this? One effective strategy is breaking down the task into smaller, manageable parts. This makes the task seem less intimidating, and before we know it, we've made significant progress. Another strategy is setting specific, achievable goals for the task, which gives us a clear path forward and makes the task more approachable. Face challenges head-on to unlock your full potential. The ninth habit is not setting priorities. Imagine trying to navigate through a bustling city without a map or GPS, aimlessly wandering from one point to another. That's what life can be like without setting clear priorities. Priorities are the compass that guide our actions, helping us make informed decisions and achieve our goals more efficiently. When we don't prioritize, we're likely to spend our time on less important tasks, which can lead to a feeling of overwhelm and frustration. On the other hand, when we do set priorities, we gain a clear understanding of what needs our attention first. This clarity aids in decision-making, allowing us to focus our energy on tasks that align with our goals and values. So, how can you prioritize effectively? Start by identifying your most important tasks, then allocate your time and resources accordingly. Use tools like to-do lists or project management apps to keep track of your priorities. Remember, not everything can be a top priority. Prioritize wisely, your time is valuable. The penultimate habit is failing to delegate or ask for help. It's a common misconception that success must be a solo journey. This couldn't be further from the truth. Delegation and seeking assistance are not signs of weakness, but rather indicators of effective leadership and smart management. Delegating tasks allows you to focus on your strengths and provides opportunities for others to grow and develop. Seeking help, on the other hand, opens doors to new perspectives and insights. To delegate effectively, identify tasks that others can perform, communicate your expectations clearly, and trust them to get the job done. So, don't shoulder the burden alone. Embrace the power of teamwork. Remember, you don't have to do it all by yourself. Finally, the last habit is ignoring the power of small steps. It's easy to overlook the significance of small, consistent steps, but they're the true essence of long-term success. Envision your big goals, then break them down into manageable steps. Each step, no matter how minor it seems, brings you closer to your goal. Think of it as a journey where every stride counts. Remember, whether it's a marathon or a staircase, it's conquered one step at a time. Small, consistent efforts are the building blocks of success. That wraps up our discussion on the 10 habits holding you back from mastering success. From the pitfalls of multitasking and procrastination to the power of small, consistent steps, we've explored how these common habits can impede our progress. But remember, recognizing these habits is only the first step. It's the commitment to change that truly paves the way to success. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more insightful content.